DJ in the Tux, shock and awesome, EastVillageRadio.com. Joining us now in the studio is Mr. Justin Lockey and Craig Pilbin of the band White Belt Yellow Tag.
Howdy.
How are you guys?
Good.
Justin, you're also from Lights on Moscow as well, correct?
Indeed.
Nice. How are you gentlemen doing this morning?
A little bit worse for wear.
Yeah?
Craig is.
Kind of like us, you know?
Yeah. CMJ's taking it out of us.
Yeah.
I can hear in your voice. Damn, dude. I got something for that.
You guys actually sound like you're in a band.
Yeah. I'm all right. I just had a really early night because I did 2 shows yesterday. He did 1 and then got carried away.
The festivities.
Into the night.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, we don't embrace that here. So, we embrace that here, so you don't have to apologize.
Exactly. We're on no sleep.
That's what allows you in the doors.
What was the song we came in with?
That's called Remains.
Okay.
I like that one.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
It sounded great.
You like that one?
When you're in a band,
you made it.
It sounds great. It sounds even better on 90 minutes sleep, right?
yeah, exactly.
I like writing that one. Yeah. That's great.
That was pleasant.
So how did you guys come up with the name White Belt Yellow Tag?
It was the furthest I got in Taekwondo when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. So you only have to be there for like 2 weeks.
and they give you start that.
And they give
what do
you
you start with? What belt do you start with? Okay,
and then you get a tag, and then you get to go to yellow belt. But
you were almost at the belt, so they rope you in with a tag.
Yeah, they try to give you something to keep it going. Like they throw you a bone.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I got wise to it and told them to do one.
Did you keep the white belt?
I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you've made comments before on naming bands and like how difficult it is or how easy it is.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Do you find like this whole CMJ? I know no one that's performing at CMJ or like a couple people. It's just so many bands. So I was running this experiment on going to see people based on their name alone. Do you think it's kind of like 50-50? It hasn't really worked out or not worked out. I don't know.
I mean, can you sense a band's quality based on their name?
I can in a really dismissive kind of way.
Like Vagina Panther? Like
will you sign off on a band or not like a band because of the name?
I'd just be like, that sounds cool. I'll try that. Or they could be like a band who's got a really, really off-putting name. But they could be like the Beatles, the best band in the world. I'd still probably just go, no, I'm not into that.
Is a band's name...
it's the hardest thing to do in the entire planet.
And is a band's name only after you hear the music? It becomes like, for example, Oasis. You wouldn't necessarily, but once you know the band and the story and the music, all of a sudden it takes on a different
Once they sell 100 million albums,
and beat the shit out of each other.
All right.
It's like Pearl Jam. I think is probably the worst name in the world ever, but it's Pearl Jam.
Right.
Nirvana. That's not great, but it's Nirvana.
Right. So it's only after the music has affected people.
But if you pick it, you have to live with it. You know what I mean?
You're pretty much screwed.
It's like naming a baby. You can't really,
Can't go back on that.
And then there's some witty ones, like Pretty Good Dance Moves.
Right.
I was like, I might see them just to see if they fall off.
I bet they play synthesizers, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There's
matching
one
uniforms.
Guy, there's one synth guy, and there's probably like a really cool bass player.
And a girl doing percussion in the front of the stage.
That's an interesting concept. Try to pick the instruments based on the names.
Definitely.
Try to pick what they play and what they don't play.
There's got to be a lot of synthesizer going on in that band.
What was the basis of the music for this particular project? Like, where was it foundated in?
It was Craig worked in a studio, and I was doing some mixing in that studio for another band, and over a lot of tea.
We were bored.
Let's face it, we were really bored. And then we just threw some tunes together, and it just went from there, really.
Yeah.
It wasn't any grand, we're going to do this and take over the planet kind of.
Did you guys discuss music that you
seems
like?
real natural, dude. That seems real natural. It's like when it just takes like that.
I just come out of a very long band.
Long relationship.
I was going to say, what's worse?
It was almost like a long relationship, but... so I'd just done like 4 years pretty much touring, and I just wanted.
Did this feel like a breath of fresh air to you?
Yeah, because you get in some bands, and the sort of band I was playing before was like post-hardcore, kind of really scuzzy math kind of thing, and you just get bored of having to count on stage of like 3 guitar riffs.
Yeah, of course.
But then we just want, I grew up listening to songs.
Right,
like British, like.
Well, what'd you grow like who?
Like Stone Roses and
Blur
and the Wedding Present, and then a lot of the Pixies and
a
lot of dance.
So you were into that Brit pop. Could we put Pulp in there? And
I'd say later on, but two older brothers who had impeccable taste in music. So, Breeders, all the Albini kind of stuff was all in there. So I grew up on like American college rock more than anything else.
What's worse, breaking up with a chick or breaking up with a band?
God, you know what? They're both equally
tragic?
Intensity. And yeah.